With Payday 3 just releasing, I feel like now is as good a time as any to go over some tips for heisting. Whether you're a returning criminal, virgin bank robber, or your friends told you to buy this game because it's your group's new game of the week, till something else comes out and the rest of your check is spent on more games to fill up your hard drive, Payday 3 has some new and returning mechanics to help you become the perfect bank robber you want to be. First, let's go over the overall goal of Payday. Payday 3 is a 4-player co-op heisting game based around the Payday gang, which returning fans will know and adore. You and up to 3 friends get to participate in a variety of heists, including but not limited to robberies at banks, shops, and armored cars. Almost every heist has multiple ways to attack the objective, from going as loud as possible, guns blazing, to slipping in and out like a ghost before anybody realizes anything is gone from that sweet, sweet vault. Now, obviously, if you're like me and have no friends to play with, you'll feel like you're at a slight disadvantage. Luckily for us, the game replaces your should-be friends with AI members of the Payday gang. The AI in this game is surprisingly helpful, always helping you cover an objective, saving you if you get downed in a timely manner, and calling out any guards or cameras you may not have seen on your first walkthrough. The part you may struggle with is attempting a level stealthily, as the AI keeps themselves outside as to not walk around and get you caught. Stealth as a group is definitely more efficient and can make things go much faster. However, it's nice knowing that you don't have to worry about buggy AI messing up your run and making you throw your monitor at the wall. Now that we've covered that, let's get on to some tips I have for you all. Now, I'm not sure if this is self-explanatory to everybody else, but I didn't learn this mechanic until I clocked in maybe 150 to 200 hours into Payday 2, and I'm really happy to see it return in the new edition. However, with the insane amount of loot bags you'll find in your journey, it can feel pretty intimidating to move all of these by yourself. But wait, you have 3 other AI teammates by your side if you're running solo. Simply carry a loot bag on your back, walk up to an ally, and hit the drop button. Sometimes they like to move at the last second, miss up this trick, or you can completely miss it because you forgot your contacts this morning, but they can actually carry loot for you. Each character acts like a player and can hold one bag at a time. One small thing I've noticed though is that the AI doesn't always seem to be affected by the weight of items and can move at almost 100% movement speed compared to a player. Once you fill up all your friends with that sweet, sweet loot, just walk back up to them and hit your interact key, which should be F by default. They should just hand back the bag to you to throw into whatever escape vehicle you're using at this time. This tip may seem a little obvious, however, I didn't realize how important this was doing when I started out in Payday 3. This could always come down to preference later in the line, however, in my opinion, you should always be carrying and taking extra ammo bags with you in your loadout. Maybe I can't aim, or maybe the enemies tank way more bullets this time around. However, by the end of just the first wave of police, I'm stuck using my secondary and crawling around the floor looking for leftover ammo from the fight. Luckily, in your loadout section, you're given the option to take an extra ammo box, health kit, sentry gun, or armor box. I highly recommend taking the ammo box to use whenever you may need, as the AI will always drop the others for you halfway through your heist. If you want to take this a step further, you can use some of those nifty little skill points to bring in 2 ammo boxes with you, so you really don't have to worry about your bullet count, and more about how you're going to run your loot bags across the map without going down 6 times. The next tip I have is to change your loadouts and make presets. While this may seem a little useless to some people, I promise you it will save you so much time between heists. Some heists are locked into being stealth or loud only, and different weapons, armors, and skill trees are better for these situations. Luckily, the developers gave us class presets. While this may not be viable unless you've made some decent money in the game so you can afford different weapons, it doesn't hurt to learn about it now. Making yourself weapons that will help you in stealth missions, while also having weapons that can absolutely tear through armored units is a must. No one wants to be the guy holding up the party so he can find the perfect guns, skills, and masks for the occasion. Just make a preset and click through. I promise you will not regret it. This is for all of my stealth lovers out there. As for the time of recording this, 2 days before the official launch of the game, I made a really interesting discovery running around the game. Now, this could be a potential bug that will be patched soon, so please take this with a grain of salt. However, while guards will always be suspicious of you entering anywhere that's not labeled a public area, it seems like every other NPC doesn't seem to care at all. I mean, I can literally stand in the manager's office and watch the manager NPC walk in and just not care that I broke in and I'm stealing information off of a laptop. This goes for every area in the game, making stealth much easier. Only having to worry about cameras and patrolling guards helps my little chipmunk brain get around much easier. Staff only area, you can literally sprint around the room and everyone will just look at you like the weird kid in class, but just assume you're meant to be here. While you can run around the same maps over and over, they are not always going to be the same. The overall layout is pretty similar, however, in order to keep the game interesting, the maps will slightly alter small details each new run. This can change from files being in different rooms, different guards having different key cards, key codes being a different number, and even switches and vault entrances being in completely different areas. Obviously, there's only so many combinations that the maps can do in such a limited amount of space, but it's always worth casing the area to see what may have changed from the last time you were here. And for my final tip, please, for the love of God, just have fun. The Payday games are meant to be a little goofy and somewhat of an arcade shooter with friends. While some missions may feel more rewarding if you do it silently and without a trace, it isn't worth getting upset with your friends for getting caught for the 16th time in a row, forcing you guys to restart again. Run around, shoot guards, get absolutely overrun by SWAT team and cloakers, making your blood pressure rise. Fall off buildings, throw grenades at each other, teabag each other's bodies when they go down instead of reviving them. You'll level up and unlock the cool stuff regardless of how you go about it. Just make sure you aren't the bad apple in the bunch. And that's it. 6 quick tips that I feel are important to know in Payday 3. If you guys want more tip videos, whether it be gameplay mechanics, mission playthroughs, or loadout advice, please just let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for the support recently on all of the content on and off of YouTube. It means the world to me. If you guys enjoy this type of content, feel free to hit the like and subscribe button as it helps the channel out a ton. Well, I'm GameWiz, and I will see you guys all in the next video whenever I post it, which will probably be soon. Deuces.